Hey guys, what's up? Straight up. No wasting time, no intro, no need for that. I've already watched this a couple times before. Do I know to analyze as best as possible? Now, our hero, WoT who also happens to be a friend, subscriber, and channel member, noticed some shenanigans in his game on Doomday, aka Overlord, or you could call it Operation Overlord, if you played Medal of Honor Annual Assault, but that's beyond the point. So, right at the beginning of the battle, let us pause this. I'm going to show you exactly what intrigued our friend in order to send me this replay. And it is none other than... Where is he? He is right over there. Right over there. This person right over here. Mr. Fiesta_clan_clan. I'm going to show you in the end whether this person is anonymized or not. Seems like just a regular guy who's AFK, right? Well, okay, maybe. Maybe not. We shall see. Now, in case you haven't noticed, on the mini-map, no one is going to the beach. That's point number one. Point number two. Well, actually, this is point number one. Point number two, no one's going to the beach. Point number three, which is quite important, we're going to see right now, apart from the people getting spotted left, right, and center, that's another point. Our good Samaritan over here is making his way towards a decent hull down position for this tank. T-28 prototype has a decent turret. It could bounce a few shots, and when you're playing versus your same tier, and they're not spamming too much gold, such as the shot that he just took, yeah, you have a chance. So he proxied the chopper and one of the two 703s, as you can see. Now look at the time, 1:33, and they're already here. Of course, no one went to the beach. But point number three, how did they make it this far up and so fast? Unless they did not stop. There's a reason why they did not stop, which is basically point number one. The AFK VK100. AFK in inverted commas. And we have a nemesis, ladies and gentlemen, who also got spotted. And these guys they're rushing. They're coming quickly. They want to finish the battle as soon as possible. Now, at some point, the artillery says, beach, holy shit, guys. This guy right over here, the GW Panther, and he's absolutely right. So our hero decides to turn around. Let's give him back control. He saw what happened on the minimap, how those 3 or 4 guys got proxied by the T-28 prototype, and he's going to say hello to this guy, who's also going to miss, which is quite good. Now, so far, the anti-hero is still AFK, not doing anything. Is he really AFK? We shall see. We shall see. Now, spoilers. WoT is not going to have a good game. He's going to lose his cool over here. He's going to move forward, hit this guy, take him out. 2 shot, 1300 damage. Now he has a chopper to deal with. Mr. Artillery, Mr. Malachi _blood_ whatever from the Venom clan. Now, notice, so far the score is 3-2. Look up there. They have lost an IS, bottom tier, who's platooned with T-71 CMCD and the KV-3. And they've also lost a Super Hellcat. Standard stuff. The enemies have lost the Nemesis, which was killed by our hero and friend and subscriber, etc. And the XM66F and a setter. He's looking better. No, just kidding. So, Now, yeah, of course he's going to shoot you because there's a little gap over there, and I don't blame the player for that. Nothing irregular with that. He's going to say hello, 765, and he's going to, well, temporarily put his tracks out of commission. He's going to fix them, come forward. Unfortunately, our hero is not going to reload in time, and he's going to die. Now, notice, so far, his team has killed. They recently killed the Type 59. Let's show that before it fades away. There you go. Unfortunately, those fade away. You cannot show them again unless you bring back the replay, and then the bugs start to move in, and it becomes a shit show. So, the Type 59 just died. Now, unfortunately, because Afuto Patsatogameno just died, I can no longer access the free camera. Wargaming has made it in that way, somehow. Somehow. Was it on purpose? We're never going to truly know. So, now we're in the free camera. And we're going to zoom out as much as possible. Mr. Fiesta Clan still has not moved. There's a reason why I'm showing you this. Watch carefully. SU-152 just got taken out. Mr. Nurgle 0602, if not anonymized. And the VK started moving. Wow. And now one of the 703s got taken out. So, conclusion, you don't have to watch the rest of the battle. His team won. That's another spoiler. The thing is, either this player in inverted commas, this account, which is used for game rigging cheating, throwaway account. You're gonna see. I'm gonna show you the statistics now. Is controlled at the same time by another player on the enemy team, and as soon as he died, he alt-tabbed, or whatever he did on his thingy, or those weird programs that they have, and he started controlling this one, the throwaway account, or he was playing on another game because he did not sync drop at the same time, and as soon as he died on the other in the other game, whichever game that was, because he's a muppet, he decided to come back and just move forward and maybe farm some credits with his throwaway account, so that he would have some extra credits in order to, for repairs. Now, whichever the case may be, let's look at a few accounts and you be the judge. Who was this guy, if he was one of them, from the enemy team? Now, the last two guys to die were the Type 59 and the SU-152. So let's look at these three accounts very quickly. First of all, the obvious account, who was not anonymized. Let me show you the battle before we come back to this. There he is, VK100, Fiesta _clan_clan. By the way, clan is spelled with a C. You fucking moron. You remind me of those idiots who don't even know how clan, I'm not going to mention their name, but I guess you guys know who I'm talking about. Clan is, oh my god, man, it's spelled with a C, for the love of God. Seriously, you have to be a real moron to do something like that. Whatever. Anyway, so, an account which has recent WNA 230. Let's look at some of the history over here. WNA by period. Started out as a regular player. This account was created 14th February 2024, a little bit over a year ago. Yeah, rating 1849. Apart from a gift tank over here, that's a gift tank if I remember correctly. That could be a rental. That could be a rental. I see a couple of gift. These are probably rentals. All these were rentals, by the way. These were given out as rentals. Maybe some of them were bought. This one is the latest gift, FCM, which is total crap. unless you like this kind of thing. And the rest you could just buy for bonds. And yeah, these were rentals. Most of these were rentals. I can confirm that because my account on NA has all these tanks and they're rentals. Anyway, let's take a look at this again. Account which is used obviously in game rigging. Yeah, 0, 1100, 1058, 163 with an OI, 1069, 328, 777, 35 damage, 0, 266. You guys see where I'm going with this? It's basically it's what I said. Sync dropping when his main account dies, alt tabs, or I don't know, he clicks on another part of the program and he starts controlling this one. Now let's look at the other guys. From the enemy team, I'm not saying that these are the cheaters. I'm saying they are suspects. There's a difference. We don't have any concrete evidence here. We are speculating. We're trying to understand what's going on. We're going to start with Mr. VZLA35 from the CCTV, which, by the way, is not anonymized. And now we can close this. Is another garbage account. Oh, well, whatever. Maybe multiple people trying to sync drop at the same time, getting into the same game, squishing it left, right, and center. Their accounts end up either on the same team or in another game or whatever. That's total shit show. Total shit show. Gaming since 28th March 2024. A little bit older than the previous one. Last battle, 11 hours. Last online, not last battle. There's a difference. Gaming session started out as a green player and pretty soon went all the way downhill. Yeah. More or less, look at these zeros over here. Wow. Wow. Holy shite. Are you serious? Probably didn't even fire his gun. Most likely. Most likely didn't even fire his gun. Look at all this red, man. This is just... Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. So, maybe just a very bad player or a little kid who bought an account off eBay with his mom's credit card. Who knows? Who knows? So the next guy we are interested in is the Type 59. And the Type 59, actually, his username supposedly is WeChow_2017 from the UDead. Actual username, let me show you, is, guys, check out this username, 3Mark Challenge. Account created on the 25th of March. That was a month ago. That was less than a month ago. Today is the 17th of April, 2025. You look at the time. You see that time over there? Down there? Let me show it again. It's 3:17, going 3:18 p.m. here in Athens, Greece. It is Thursday, the 17th of April, 2025, because I say the date properly. I don't say the month first, which is whatever. That's horrible. That's beyond the point. He's played 307 battles. Now let's look at this account. We can close this. And we can go to... Sorry, there he is again. Hang on. Give me a second. And voila. A deep green, light, bluish player, whatever. Who, yeah. Let's see. Started out as blue, going a little bit downhill, as we can see here. Interesting. Let's see your tanks, monsieur. That's all the tanks that he has. And that is, wow, we also have WoT Plus, or is it the rental month that Wargaming gives you for free and then they charge you automatically if you don't cancel it? In case you guys didn't know that. You can get WoT Plus for free for 1 month if you haven't already done so. So let's see. I believe some of these are paid for. Others have been given for free. Like, for example, the Excelsior can get it for free. The Burrasque, I don't think you could get that for free. Neither can you get the SU-130 PM, or is it a rental? These you can get as a rental. Type 59, I believe you have to buy it. And Skoda T40, I think it was given out as a code at some point. Interesting. Quite interesting. Sessions. 784, 29. That reminds me of something. Anyway, whatever the case may be, I looked up at the other accounts. There's not much of a match. This guy could be innocent. Maybe I'm just, being far too suspicious. However, the case remains. This guy over here, Mr. Fiesta underscore Kalan with a K, Kalan, is obviously an account used in game rigging. Either he ended up in the wrong game and his other account died, or he was in the same game. That's why they were rushing down the down the beach, because they knew somehow, the enemy team knew that no one was defending the beach. That's suspicious. So it could be this guy, it could be this guy, it could be anyone. But this is one of them for sure. Used as a garbage account, aka for game rigging, aka for spying on his enemies. So I want to see what Wargaming is going to do about this. I don't think they're going to ban this guy, unfortunately, because there's not enough concrete evidence that he's game rigging. But we know the truth. And having said that, I'll leave you to ponder on that, and I'll catch you in the next one. I've had a very rough day because I was working early in the morning and I just got back home less than 2 hours ago, and I started doing this. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.